Hey everybody, Steven here, back with another exciting episode of Nature's Always Right. Today, I'm opening a box from HossTools.com, a fantastic tool company, and I got something that I've been wanting to get for two things really, that I've been wanting to get for a very long time. I'm excited to show you guys. Today's all about the Double Wheel Hoe, which is going to really help me for my bed prep. So let's get into it on this episode of Nature's Always Right. So today's episode is going to be all about the Hoss Tools Double Wheel Hoe. And I'm really excited to get this tool because it's going to really upgrade how I'm getting rid of the remaining crops left in my beds, especially salad mixes, and then re-prepping them and planting them again. So I'm going to show you guys how to put this thing together, how to build it, and then talk about the different attachments that I got and the way that each of those work. If you guys are interested in checking out Hoss Tools, I highly recommend it. All of their tools are made in America. So if you'd like to check them out, I have a link down in the description for Hoss Tools, and it's a way that you can help support the channel. I get a small kickback from them if you guys order through my link, so I'd really appreciate it. They've got, fantastic seeds, best tools. All their stuff is really well known for being high quality and durable. So I'm really excited to be supported by Hoss Tools. So definitely go check that link out in the description and check out all the amazing things that they have for sale on their site. Huge shout out to Ben Hartman, the lean farmer. He's the one who gave me this idea actually to get this tool because I saw him on Instagram using sweeps to take out all of his salad mix. And salad mixes are really difficult to get rid of with the stirrup hoe. It's a lot of work, it's bending over. So I cannot wait to use this and see how much faster and then easier on my body it is to use a wheel hoe. So first up for the attachments, these are called sweeps and they're pretty cool. They've got a blade on one side of each and you can set them up the way I saw Ben Hartman do it to get rid of his salad mixes. They're set up like this basically, so that you can run underneath to chop the roots at the surface level, but you can leave all the roots underneath the soil to help to decompose. So this is one of the main attachments that I really wanted to get because I saw him using it and being really successful with it. With the double wheel hoe, you can turn these outwards, and the double wheel hoe, because the wheels are like this, you can go over a row of plants and then get the weeds on the outside. So it's a really effective weeding tool that way. Next up, this is a oscillating hoe. So just like a normal scuffle hoe, you can go back and forth with it. So this is really strong and really good for, clay, rocky ground, getting those really vigorous roots of weeds that may not be inside of your garden beds, hopefully, but would be out in the field or in your pathways, places like this. This is an 8-inch wide hoe, and they sell them in different sizes and widths. This is all extremely well built and strong. These are cultivator teeth. So these run on the machine like this. So this would be if you wanted to cultivate a bit deeper under the ground. Maybe you're prepping for some potatoes or carrots, some deep root crops, and you want to help get weeds out at the same time. You could use these. So these are brand new that Hoss is putting out. These are called winged sweeps. And as you run them, the weeds will hit the blade, hopefully get cut. If they don't, then they hit the edges and get cut. This would be good for more vigorous, strong weeds as well. So I'm excited to try each one of them out and let you guys know what's the best for which situations. And I'll be doing a future video testing all these attachments out for you guys so you can see how well they work. The final thing that I got from them, they call this their Wheel Hoe Success Kit. I'm really excited about the linseed oil. I've been wanting to get this for a long time, but this is a fantastic natural oil that you can rub on wood and it helps protect it from the sun and wear. A little sanding sponge to help maintain the wood, and then a file for all the different attachments, and a 9/16 wrench for all the attachments to loosen them and take them off and all that. So in addition to getting the double wheel hoe, I also picked up some seed from Hoss Tools. They're now carrying really good seed as well. So I got a bunch of pelleted lettuce seed and some lettuce that I hope will do a lot better in the heat here in San Diego. And the pelleted seed is going to be great for my drop seeder that I use with the paper pot transplanter. Got some more Provider bush beans, which is my favorite green bean bush bean variety. And then this thing is really cool. This is what's going to allow me to inject worm and compost tea direct into my irrigation system. And they have a really easy way to set this thing up where it connects right directly to your hose fittings on your drip irrigation system. So I'll be able to move this thing and even take it to my other property to use it as well. Okay, so before we start building this thing, just wanted to show you, look how good their manual is. Table of contents, all color photos, super detailed. These are the type of instructions I like to see from a tool company. It's fantastic. All right, I think we're ready. Let's go ahead and put this thing together. So now I'm gonna apply the linseed oil to help protect the wood. You rub it on here, let it sit for 15 minutes, dry and soak in. Then you can do a second coat if you want. I think I'm just gonna do one coat right now because I wanna be able to use this tool today. And then you can let it cure, sit in there for about 24 hours before you use it. They also recommend mixing in 2 parts mineral spirit with 1 part of the linseed oil to help it penetrate and get into the wood better. I don't have any mineral spirit, so I'm just gonna apply it straight. Okay, let it sit for about 15 minutes. Now I'm gonna come back and just wipe off the excess. Okay, so I got all my nuts and bolts lined out here. So these are going to be for connecting the axle and all the wheels. These are dust caps. This is going to be for connecting the green tool piece here to the wood handles. These larger carriage bolts are for plugging in your different cultivator teeth. And then these are 2 wood screws for the oak dowel right there, which I'll be putting glue on the inside of the hole and then screwing in from the side. Okay, nice. So I got the dust covers facing towards the axle itself to help keep them really clean. And then I've tightened these pretty tight, and then that gives plenty of, there's a slight bit of wiggle, and then they spin completely freely. So now we'll be attaching the handles. It's really important that you're seeing the USA Hoss label facing up, and that'll be the correct way. The other thing you need to pay attention to is that these little hole marks here, the Hoss logos should be facing outwards on both handles. That way the dowel will fit together in there. So the screw will be going through the wood, and then we'll put the larger washer and then the locking washer on top of that, and then finally the nut on, and that'll be it. So we're almost done here. The next thing we need to do is just put the centerpiece in here. I'm gonna throw some wood glue on there, shove this in there. I'll put a link in the description to all the different things that I've been using to put this together. Put some on the dowel there, and then I'll put some on the inside. I'm gonna make sure to get some on the edge too. I can always wipe off the excess that squirts out. And they've already pre-drilled the holes right here. It's very nice. Careful not to go in too far. Okay, so the wheel hoe is completed. Now we just need to add our attachments on. And I'm gonna start with the sweep attachments, because I'm gonna go over to the other plot and take out a salad mix bed, and I'll show you guys that. And what's so cool about the sweeps is I can install them like this to go right underneath the wheel, or you can put them to the, well, it'd be on this side, but they'd be facing outwards. You could just push this double hoe and the seedlings would go in between the wheels, and then you can weed on the outside of your seedlings. So these are fantastic for shallow cultivation, which is perfect for what I want for removing my salad mixes. So to put them on, if you want to go on the inside, make sure that the blade is going to be positioned towards the inside. We're all set up now. Let's go over to the other plot and test this out real quick. So this is the bed that we'll be removing. Typically what I've done in the past before I use my hula hoe is I'll come in with my greens harvester and just harvest the top of this, so it's way easier to come in with the hula hoe afterwards. I'm gonna give a quick try with the double wheel hoe and just start cutting and see how that feels. But the reason I like to do that with the hula hoe is that so there's less crop residue getting mixed into the soil. Cool, that was amazing. That was very easy. It just really pops up the plants and knocks them out. Let's see how much it mixed in with the soil here. So using this tool, I'm gonna do a bunch of testing to see what method works the best. And I'll put out another episode in the future showing the best techniques for flipping a bed with the wheel hoe. Not much got mixed in. And I'm fine with the leaves being left behind, but it's these big root balls. These are what get in the way when I'm trying to seed my next round of seeds. And I want to try to leave a little bit of the roots behind just to let that carbon break down into the soil and add more nutrients. All right, so I'm going to cut this down with my greens harvester and then finish it out with the wheel hoe. Okay, so now that I got the bed all cleaned up, let's try the wheel hoe again and see if I like that better. But doing this is an extra step, so if I don't need to do that, that would be the ideal. This soil though makes it really hard to keep the leaf matter separate from the soil. My soil at my other plot's really easy, but with this soil it's so nice and loose and it doesn't have like the clay that my soil at the other one does, so things get mixed in a little bit more. Okay, so my first impressions of this thing is that it is awesome. I can't believe the difference in how my body feels after doing this. Because when I was using my hula hoe, I had to bend over, so my lower back would always be a little sore after doing this job. But with this, I'm just using kind of my chest muscles and my biceps, and there's no stress on my back. So this was the big reason I wanted to switch to this tool. And I'm very happy to say that it feels amazing, and it just slices right through all of the salad mix, which is the hardest thing to turn over when you're flipping a bed. All right, you guys, I'm gonna keep testing the double wheel hoe out and figure out the best techniques and how I like to use it. I've got two different soil structures at both of my plots, so there'll be a lot of testing and trying it out so I can give you guys the best advice possible. If you're interested in buying either of these tools, the Hoss Wheel Hoe or any of their products, or the Farmer's Friend Greens Harvester or any of their products, I have links down in the description that you can click on, and if you buy through those, then I get a small commission from that. So it's an awesome way that you can get the best small farming tools on the market while helping out my channel. I'd really, really appreciate it, and thank you for using my links.